Good morning and welcome to Friday's edition of Channel Sport This Morning. I'm Taya Salam.
Good morning and welcome. I'm Cecilia Amorbe.
Always a delight to have you join us to talk sports. I'm Austin Okonakwa, and it's now 14 days to the 2016 Rio Olympics. The city of Rio is having a new look, but security is still the topmost priority for officials of the 2016 Rio Olympics.
And in making sure that those who are plotting to do anything at all, they won't have a chance to perpetrate their evil arts. From there, move straight to what's happening in Atlanta, talking about the under-23 national team. Siasia seems to be ready. He has actually sent a list of 22 players to FIFA. And if you take a look at the list, Mikel Obi and, of course, Danny Akpeyin happens to be the overage players in that squad, not three.
Yeah, just two over 23 players in the side. And like you said, it appears that Samson Siasia and Nigeria is ready for the Rio Olympics. Also on the show, Manchester United manager Jose Mourinho has refused to confirm or deny his interest in bringing back Paul Pogba to Old Trafford. I mean, we've seen the reports. It looks like United want to bring back Paul Pogba. Apparently, they've made a bid, a second bid as well, to about £87 million. I know Cecilia is not very happy with that one, but Jose says, I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to confirm whether I want Paul Pogba back or I don't want him back. But it appears the writing is on the wall. We all know he wants him back, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Jose Mourinho does not talk about other players. I mean,
yes.
If it's his own player, he can talk about it. If it's a player that is still wearing the shirt of another club, Paul Pogba is still a Juventus player. So that's why Jose Mourinho is not talking about him.
So you think he's playing?
No, he's not playing anything. I mean, it's not about me. You haven't signed the player, and you don't have to talk about that player.
Yeah, but I mean, you can go ahead and ask him if, okay, are you really interested in this player? Have you, have you made a bid for Paul Pogba? What's wrong in saying yes or no?
Yep.
He's refused to do that.
It won't do it because, I mean, there's no agreement on the table. If there's an agreement on the table,
you don't need an agreement to say.
You need that.
To say, okay, we've
No,
actually
it's like
made a bid.
you're poaching another player, and that's not allowed. That's poaching.
It's not poaching. I don't think so.
There's nothing wrong with showing interest that you want to play.
Exactly. I mean, we want this guy.
But I'm sure they're not telling Jose, you need to relax.
Exactly.
Each time you talk about this guy, they up the price.
They up the price. I mean, that's what is going on here.
So just relax. Yeah. You could talk about him, but don't make him feel like if we don't have Paul Pogba, that we're not going to start the season.
Exactly, and that's what he has done, because after refusing to confirm or deny, now goes ahead to say we have two other options that can actually fill that spot. You know, he didn't give the names, but according to reports where Blaise Matuidi and even the manager Matic from Chelsea, are two other players, that fit the profile of who Jose is actually looking for to make his fourth signing. Remember, he's had three, targets signed already: Eric Bailly, Zlatan Ibrahimovic, and Eric Mkhitaryan.
If he has those players ready and he just wants one particular player to add
just
to
one
because
more.
He says four. Remember when he was on field, he said four. Three already in the pack, just one needed. Maybe it's Paul Pogba, but with the amount they're calling, Barcelona pulling out because the money was getting higher.
Yes,
Real Madrid said, look, you can keep your player,
well.
and Juve are saying, okay, you have to pay this amount of money. Maybe they can just allow him to stay at Juve for another season.
Perhaps
by next season. I think the money and the profile will drop.
So you figure you can't afford
then
it.
it gives you a place.
And it gives you then it goes up again. And you blame yourself for not signing him last summer.
Let me tell you something. If you don't sign Pogba now for 100 and something million
in excess of
pounds
100
or
million
euros
pounds,
or whatever, you definitely have to not pay higher than what you're going to pay next season.
Confirmation of the signings so far. The Ivorian, I'm looking forward to seeing him play in the Premier League. Jose rates him very highly. Defender, very big, very fast. Zlatan, we all know about him. Great goal scorer any day, any time. Eric Mkhitaryan, the assist master from Borussia Dortmund. Bundesliga's player of the year last year, for in Germany. So he's a good player as well. And the Pogba still have a question mark.
A big question
in front of the name there.
Yeah.
Italy, France, Germany, all of them coming to United. Wow, nice one.
Wow.
Well, let's see if the last one is going to work. But don't pay that money. At 85, okay, fine. But I know but anything outside that, come on.
What if Mourinho You know, I just like this guys.
Yes.
Just stands around and say, why am I wasting my time on pork? But give me John Obi Mikel.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, Austin
You know what,
Austin likes to do this a lot for the, I don't. Austin, what's the problem?
It's possible.
It's not possible.
Yeah,
It's never
Mikel has
gonna
got a
happen.
good work rate, and Jose likes working with Mikel.
Are you serious? I mean, look at, you go from chasing Pogba, now you drop down to...
No, you're not dropping down.
You're dropping down.
Chelsea
Yes,
player
you are.
that on a
Yes,
good
you
day
are
can give you a
dropping down.
proper
No,
performance.
they can't play the same way. They play... Mikel can't give him the box-to-box, you know, requirement that Jose wants in that profile
But the
of
thing
player.
is that Mikel is actually flexible.
Mikel cannot give Jose what Pogba can give Jose. So that's the fact.
Okay.
That's the fact. Okay, let's move on.
Okay, Austin, let's
Let's
move
go.
on.
Let's go and listen.
Look,
to,
I want John Mikel Obi. You too, Richard.
yeah, but it's not.
Yeah,
gonna
it's good.
But
But
it's very
it can happen. Okay, Tayo.
Okay, let's go and listen to Jose Mourinho. He's been speaking about you know, his potential signing, as well as the imminent appointment of Sam Allardyce as England manager.
I don't confirm, and I don't deny. I cannot tell you. First of all, because I don't think it's correct to speak about players of other clubs, and he's a Juventus player, and he's not a Man United player. I think he's a good motivator. I think he can create a good team spirit with his players, and I wish him the best. And from my side, not just as a friend, but my side as a Man United manager, the only thing I can promise is that I'm going to try to support him the best way, preparing the players for him, try to have the English players always available in good conditions to help him, and I hope you can do the same.
So that's it, Manchester United manager Jose Mourinho. I almost said Chelsea. Can you believe Jose Mourinho is Manchester United manager? Let's talk about him giving the vote of confidence on.
I've almost
See?
said Chelsea managers off here.
What a
Imagine
life.
these guys, and that's the reason you're actually saying if Pogba, he can't go for Pogba, he should go
gets
for Mikel.
Mikel.
Yeah, or he gets who?
I know you guys are having a laugh.
No, we're not
we're
having a
not.
laugh. It's
We're
possible.
not. This,
Yeah, you also said
Mikel is a
something about Sam
professional
Allardyce. You
footballer,
know,
yeah.
I think you know the support is going to give him and all that
Of
if
course,
he's
yeah.
confirmed as England manager. I think that's a good one because one thing, the only way you can actually support a coach is
Yes.
when you release players on time and you don't tell your players actually feign injury when it's actually not. Okay.
Yeah, but Cecilia, Austin, you know, that hasn't come as a surprise for me or to me because we know Jose and Sam Allardyce, they have a good relationship. He's one of the managers in England that actually, you know, gets along really well.
Very well with
yeah,
Jose.
with Jose. Yeah,
Nice
so it's
one.
not a surprise for me at all. Yeah, I mean, Allardyce, all these years, he's never had that big chance, you know, to manage a big club. There was a time he said he could manage Real Madrid, and everyone laughed like, yo, seriously? You know, like, how could you even put your name, you know, in the same sentence with Real Madrid? But he's a good motivator. You know, he's done really well for himself. This is an opportunity for him to, you know, to get the big one.
And there
now.
was a time Chelsea couldn't beat Sunderland. I think he had a goal in the wall. And Allardyce gave Mourinho a good life and he couldn't handle it. And then that time, they stayed friends, you know, like.
I remember that particular match, yeah. I think it was West Ham frustrated. Chelsea, they had a goalless, and Jose said, "No, West Ham played 90 cents."
Exactly.
Yeah, I remember that particular.
And then Allardyce, like, he couldn't handle it. He gave him a very good laugh, and afterwards gave him a call, like, let's be friends.
Yeah, we're friends.
And now they're friends. And
I think he was trying to pay him back.
Jose Mourinho is backing Sam Allardyce to succeed as England manager. We're still waiting for that big confirmation.
Yeah,
and let's see. It's gonna.
The presence alone is something I actually love, you know.
Yeah, let's just
The
see it.
motivation and everything. I just can't wait for the confirmation anyway. It's still like, hey, recommendation, just like we have with NFF and all that. Recommendation, 3-man panel.
No, I mean,
but
this one is done. Cecilia, they just apparently they're waiting for They're trying to sort out the compensation.
And paperwork must be on point.
So it's just, so it's just the formality.
Okay, wish him all the
You know,
best.
and there was a time Sunderland, they brought out a press statement saying, look, we thought you guys just wanted to talk to our manager, but now it's everywhere. It's not good for the club. Players are asking questions and all of that. So they just, maybe go on a low key, talk to Sunderland, where Big Sam wants to, either he was stay with Sunderland or take the big job.
I think the deal will be done when the England FA, pay up and, pay the money.
That's right.
Pay
up.
That's what it meant.
The 14 more days, guys, to the 2016 Olympics. 14. I remember when in 2014, during the World Cup, we're still talking about the Olympics still happening in Brazil. It was forever. It's now 14 more days.
Yeah. 2 weeks.
It's right here before us.
And football event is more like 13 days because that's starting on the 4th.
Yeah.
Before the opening ceremony.
The opening ceremony is the one we're waiting for. That's the official, start of the competition itself, and that's on August the 5th. I can't wait. But there's news coming out of Brazil already.
That's right.
Yeah, it appears and they're working.
Yeah,
security forces are working.
They're not playing.
I mean, when we heard the story yesterday, about 10 terrorists were actually, arrested because of, they were trying to kind of commit an act. But, when I listened to the defense minister, he said, look, these guys are practically amateur and they've been monitoring them for a very long time. What?
No, continue.
Okay, they've been monitoring these guys for a very long time. I know there's a group of guys, it's not really tight, they lose. And take a look at the practice, more like you're watching a movie. This is what's going to happen to guys, who are trying to, do one or two things and everything. So it's showing that, look, we're actually ready for this guy. So the group, they said they don't have direct contact with ISIS or anything, but just form a kind of, through WhatsApp group.
There's a link, obviously, with that kind of massive terrorist organization.
When we see things as this, yes, reality bites. It might not come the way it will come where we're seeing it simulation, but it's good to know that they are preparing. It's also good to know that they are watching, Brazil security forces. They are watching, they're looking at everyone, they're ensuring that, look, we're going to have a safe games, and that's what they want.
Exactly. I mean, Cecilia said something about this 10 suspected terrorists being amateurs, but amateurs going to become professional. So it's good that they have been able to, nip this in the bud, and hopefully, it shows that working well. I mean, Rio Zimeios come out to say it shows that the Brazil's security forces, they've been very effective, in dealing with potential ugly situations. Hopefully it carries on this way, and we have a hitch-free event from August the 5th to the 21st.
That's right. Because we're still celebrating the fact that we had a safe one in France with the Euro Championship.
Even though the hooligans tried to...
It's okay. So we must be in the news. We must be in the news. The guys from Russia, England, let's make the news. It's okay. It's part of the game. After we see the on-field action, let's go outside and find out who's winning also. And those guys actually wanted to score points. But for Brazil, you see, we've not been hearing so much about the economic problems, the political tensions, because the games are edging closer. And we're now seeing the real works that they're doing. Cecilia, it's not just security, they are also branding the Olympics properly. We're hearing that there's a massive ring on the Rio Beach.
Right there.
That's a sustainable one. Something they can actually.
You were here a couple of years ago, right?
Did I go back?
It was actually made out of.
You were on this beach 2 years ago, Austin.
I think I love the way the Olympic rings was actually created. They said they had to recycle materials, by a group of school children in Rio de Janeiro. When they're able to come up with something like this, children, not just adults, it shows that everyone, is in line, is in tune to. They can't just wait for the games to start.
The message here is all about the importance of sustainability. This rings made from recycled plastics and the likes. And so it's a very good one. The games are edging closer. I can't wait.
Let's join that photograph. No, but let's go on a quick break. We'll come back. We'll continue our countdown to 2060 Olympics. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.